flag. Steve Park and Larry Foyt.
What in the world?
I believe Foyt's a lap down because he made that penalty stop. I believe he was down to the inside trying to run up to the front on the double up.
Yep.
On 1 to go.
That's what they were doing, and I don't know what happened, but
and I believe Park was trying to scrub his tires.
Yeah.
He zigged and Park zagged, and ouch.
This is unbelievable.
Some tore up race cars for a yellow.
Watch the top of your screen. You're going to see the purple car come into the picture. There's Foyt trying to get his way up to the front of the pack. Oh, Park got hit.
Oh, man.
Who's the yellow car behind Park?
Bad timing. Look at this.
Is that Dan Pardis?
Looks like
no. Park just spun. He just lost it.
Either something obviously had to break on that car, or something for the car to turn left that hard. He didn't just lose it at that speed.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's almost like an axle was broke or something for the car to turn like that.
Oh,
yeah. You see the skid mark right there? There's a skid mark right there. That's off. That's off, I believe, Steve's tire there.
It looks like he was trying to lunge the car.
Driver's side of the car. And you see the safety workers there working with he and Larry Foyt. Bizarre. And we'll hope they're both okay. We'll keep an eye on the situation for you and come back to Darlington in a minute on TNT. Cleaned up, and we should be able to go back racing here momentarily. Steve Park is in the helicopter that is just lifting off from the racetrack grounds and is about to head out to the local hospital. And our thoughts and prayers are right now with Steve, and we'll hope for good news. Obviously a very serious situation. We'll hope that that the prognosis is good when we get our first report.
Craven won the butt pole over Jeff Gordon.
Those flames will feel good today, Larry. Nice cool day.
Yes, sir. Newman goes to the back in that backup car. Good run for Steve Park. Elliott Sadler. How about that?
Why don't we see if we can get Steve Park, see how he's feeling?
Let's do that.
Steve Park, this is DW up my TV tower. Bud, how you read?
Pretty good, DW.
You ready for 400 miles here on this old lady?
Yeah, she's a tough old girl, but I'm looking forward to running all 400 miles and feeling good at the end.
How's your mount? Pretty good from yesterday?
Pennzoil car is running real good, and like I said, with the rain, it kind of throws us all a curveball, but we're looking forward to run the race as best as we can.
Well, from all us up here in the TV tower and all your fans and the millions that are watching at home, good luck, my man. Stand on it.
Thank you, DW. I just want to thank Pennzoil again for their support through this whole trying time, and my mom and dad.
Here they come.
Coming down for the green flag. You're going to say it, aren't you?
They know.
All right, we're racing at Darlington.
You have to wait till that last car makes it through 1 and 2. Do you say we had a clean start?
Oh, yeah, this is nervous times right here. Nervous times for everybody.
Daryl, I've never seen a field go single file so fast.
Well, it's only a lane and a half wide racetrack. Why?
Steve Park closing in. Jimmy Johnson and Jimmy Spencer are the top 5. 10 laps complete at Darlington. This is NASCAR on Fox. When we left, Ricky Craven was under pressure from Jeff Gordon, but Jeff Gordon had a mirror full of Steve Park, who has now moved to second place. Boy, Daryl, that's the best medicine there is right there.
And folks at home, I don't know if you have any idea, any concept of what it takes for this young man to be back in this race car, Steve Park I'm talking about, performing at this level at this racetrack. There was just a few months ago, that we thought he had a career-ending injury. He has worked he's worked hard. He's got himself back in shape, and here he is today getting ready to challenge for the lead at Darlington.
You know, this type of racetrack has just always suited Steve Park. I mean, a year ago, he led the most laps, ran second here, should have won that race. This type of racetrack, meaning a racetrack that's very abrasive, wears the tires out, the car starts sliding around. He won his race at a racetrack like this, which is Rockingham.
He told me, we had him on the show that night, and he said, everything's fine, I just don't talk right. He said, but then I am from New York, so I didn't talk right to start with. Good, by our standards, I guess.
Andy Hillenberg in the Dave Marcus car made a pit stop. They lifted the hood and then pushed Hillenberg to the garage area. Let's get an update on the front row starters from Dick Berggren.
Well, Ricky Craven's car is a bit tight. That's his problem. That's why he is dropping back. Ricky Craven also is a little bit tighter than he wants to be. Meanwhile, Steve Park's crew had told him, you've got a good car, but we'll hear this all day. Take care of your tires.
Boy, he is getting in that third turn. Woo. He drives that thing down in there, and so far it's stuck, but he better be careful. He's all over the back of Craven, and he's going to put the big move on him right down here. Here he comes. Put the crossover move on him. Nah, it wasn't quite in position. That's what you do there, though. You run that guy down in that corner as hard as you can and make him slide up the hill. Whoa!
Like that slide. And all you can do, Darrell, is back off the throttle, and that's what allowed Steve Park. He was able to stay in the throttle, takes the lead here at turn 3 and 4, lap 19.
Look at these fans. Look at these people on their feet. There was your crossover move right there. He just did it on the other end of the racetrack. Didn't quite pull it off. This place is notorious for that. Slide up, cut under.
You're just carrying so much speed on the exit of these corners. I mean, you've been in the throttle for a corner and a half when you get to the exit, and you're just carrying so much speed you run out of race.
Well, when you drive in that hard to get by the guy, you've got to get on the brakes, because if you don't, you'll slide into the fence. And while you're on the brakes, the other guy turns under you and drives by you.
You know, I want to talk about the guy. He finished last at Daytona, but he's followed up with 3 straight top 5 finishes and moved to 5th in points between her and the race team.
Steve Park, who last year led the most laps and finished second in his comeback race, is leading from Ricky Craven, Jeff Gordon, and Jimmy Johnson.
And that Darlington slide to it.
Well, a fuel window here is about 65 to 70 laps. About lap 30 to 40, the old driver comes on there and says, how much longer forward pit?
That's exactly right.
I need 4 tires.
And it is. It's just like you flip a switch. I'm telling you, you're riding along, car's handling good, running good, everything's fine. All of a sudden, it takes off for the wall, and the next thing you know, you're out of control.
But, Jeff, this is when, as a crew chief, you really start interrogating that driver, especially with different track conditions. What's your car doing? What do you need? What do we need to adjust on that thing?
Yeah, and you also, Larry, you try to remind him, and I know it makes a lot of drivers mad, just be patient, slow down, just try to smooth everything out. Let's see if we can get back in some kind of rhythm. A lot of times we talk about get that rhythm, and it'll be okay. Think about what's going on, driver. Just be smooth. And I know it sounds redundant, but that's the kind of things you have to tell a driver. Race that racetrack. Be patient. Get you some tires in about 10 laps. And you keep telling 10 laps for 30 laps, and before too long he knows he's lying to you, but you got to the end of that pit stop, and that's what matters.
That's why me and Jeff got along so good. I like the way he lied to me.
All right, Steve Park maybe got a little impatient with Rick Mast here. Maybe Mast just doesn't get a good run off the corner.
I'm not so sure. Sometime a guy's trying to get out of the way and can't.
Yeah.
And that looks like one of those deals.
This is a tough racetrack to get out of the way.
You don't just turn down to the inside. I mean, you just don't have the grip to do that. You've got to kind of anticipate what you're going to do.
Park trying to maintain his momentum and briefly got up against the back bumper of Rick Mast.
There you see the leader, Steve Park, coming off turn 4, about a straightaway difference. So Tony Stewart, that's the reason he's up there bumping Brett Bodine. That spotter, that crew chief's telling him the leader's coming.
Darrell, we've talked all weekend on FX and on Fox Sports Net about how, okay, 1 lap for these young guns to hold their breath, but it's going to take an experienced driver to run up front here all day. Only 1 young gun in the top 10 in yesterday's Busch race. But how about rookie Jimmy Johnson? Started 4th, and he's running the top 5.
There we go, Park.
Oh.
Park.
Gordon gets past to Steve Park, hard in the wall.
Oh, we got the right front corner pretty good, the right side of the car.
32 car. Got damage.
Yeah, Ricky Craven, the whole front of his car is stove in as Steve Park, the race leader, and Ricky Craven, the pole sitter, crash.
And he was trying to get around Stacy Compton, who was trying to stay on the lead lap in the 14 car.
Yeah, you see the 14 car got his all torn up on the right side. He goes down here underneath him. It's hard to stay underneath a guy. You just got to have that. You need that room to slide up. Compton didn't give it to him, and he didn't do anything wrong. Not that Compton did anything wrong, but you got to go in there low. You got to have room to slide up.
Here's a different angle.
See, Steve's going to try to clear him and slide in front of him, but he doesn't quite get there.
Again, we want to stress, Stacy Compton was trying to get to the high side of the racetrack. He didn't do anything wrong with the 14 car.
No, that's the problem with this racetrack. There's nowhere to go. You can't get out of the way.
Oh, Jimmy Spencer just got through there.
That's when I'd be hollering at my spotter, because I'm sure the spotter told him to go high. Oh, that's a shame.
That is a shame. There you see Ricky Craven, just nowhere to go. Jeff Gordon in the 24. Jimmy Johnson going all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Pit road will be very busy, Matt Yoakum.
Well, Larry, they're going to make a chat.
Welcome back to Darlington. Steve Park was welcomed back. First race in 6 months when he was knocked out at Darlington, but came in confident with the clearance of his team and doctors and NASCAR, starting 4th. Almost goes into the wall, then took the lead on lap 19. Park leading on lap 38 between turn 3 and 4, runs into Stacy Compton, and then Ricky Craven, pole sitter, running into Steve Park. And his 2 career Winston Cup victories as he steps out of the car. He is okay, but done for the day. Ricky Craven.
Right there. Steve Park has been released from the care center. Here's Steve Burns.
Thanks, Mike. Steve, first of all, are you okay? Tell us what happened.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm glad I didn't have to spend a lot of time in this care center, you know, like I did in the past. But, I mean, the Pennzoil car was running great. You know, just lap traffic all day long was giving us a hard time. And, I mean, I got on the 14 car pretty clean and gave him a break. And he turned me around. Once got in my right rear quarter panel. And I'm better than I look. I mean, I really thought we had a car today that would win the race. And, you know, the Pennzoil Chevrolet got put out too early, just too early, I think. So this is a long race, and patience is a key role. And you know, when you're going a lap down so early in the race, give the leader a little bit of a break. I mean, the leader will give you a break if you want to get a lap back. So it's just a shame. You know, it's the first race back. We wanted to see it to the end, and I'm just severely disappointed in that.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
And boy, I can feel his pain, because when you're leading the race, you do anticipate those guys giving you a break because you are the leader. But then you got to put your other hat on and look at the guy trying to stay on the lead lap, you know. So understand both sides of the situation, but you don't need to wreck the leader.
5-time Darlington winner Jeff Gordon right now in command of the Carolina Dodge Dealers 400.